Guys, what is going on? It's your boy Credit back with another video, and today the patch notes have released finally. So the game is actually updating right now. As you can see, my game is currently updating. It's at 38%, and we're going to go through and look at some of the patch notes, and I'm going to break them down for you so you can understand all the new changes without having to go look for yourself and try and make sense out of all these new changes, because there's a decent amount of changes. So I'm sure everybody is aware of the whole epic and legendary pump shotgun coming to Fortnite. Now, this has come with a little grain of salt, whether or not they're going to have 4 shotguns, if one's going to get vaulted. Now they have 4 different varieties of shotguns, which is an awful lot. But I'm going to get into the actual notes and actual patch notes and then give you my opinion in a minute. As far as Battle Royale, they are adding a limited time mode. It's called Team Rumble. It's going to be the first team to get to 100 elims. It's going to be players of 20, and you're basically just going to respawn and respawn and respawn until that team gets 100 elims. So basically that's going to be nice for farming challenges. As far as the actual notes go for the actual game, weapons and items, so they are, like I said, adding the new epic and legendary pump shotgun. It's going to have a max damage of 105 and 110. Now that 105 and 110 is going to be exclusively like body damage and not critical damage. So critical damage would include stuff such like headshot damage, would include stuff like headshot damage and, you know, other critical hits to the head basically. So when you get a headshot, you're obviously going to be doing more than 105 or 110. That's not going to be your max that you're capped at. Now, people are assuming that the damage is going to be around 185 to 195 to more likely not 200, because that's a little OP, but that's what they're thinking about. 185, 190, 180, something like that for critical headshot damage. It's going to be available throughout you're going to be able to find on the ground, everything else in chests. Shotguns will now apply at least 3 pellets worth of damage if only 1 or 2 pellets hit the target. So basically that means when you hit somebody, you know, you've always had that hit where you get 1 little red dot on your screen, that's 1 pellet hitting, and you do 7 damage. That's no longer going to be a thing. If you hit with 1 or 2 pellets, you're going to hit with at least 3 pellets automatically, which means you're going to do more damage if you hit somebody. That's going to keep the kind of hitting 7s and stuff like that to a minimum. You're going to hit a little more than 7. Bonus pellets can never be critical hits, so if you do hit that 1 bonus pellet, the other 3 or other 2 are going to count just normal pellet damage. Pump shotgun max damage fall off changes. Now the pump shotgun damage is buffed. It finally is buffed from 80 and 85 to 95 and 100, meaning it's going to do basically 20% more damage. So your pump shotgun shots to the body and to the head will do more damage, so you won't be getting those like 30s and 40s as often. You'll be getting higher hits, but you will be hitting higher numbers when you're closer to your target and not as much when you're farther away from your target. So before, where you could just stand away and kind of shoot down at somebody that was a little farther away from you, you're going to still be hitting those shots, but you're going to be doing less damage from them, so the damage will fall off quicker. Stuff like added sting bombs to supply drops we don't care about. Remove double barrel shotguns from floor loot, meaning you're only going to get them from chests, you know, and vending machines. Mounted turret adjustments. This is the one we needed right here. Adjusted mounted turret collision to make it easier to land shots against anyone. Occupying it, meaning they're changing the way the whole front of the thing is basically adjusting it, how high it is in terms of you not being able to shoot people in the head because the turret just blocks it. Now you should have more room to shoot somebody in the head and actually damage somebody. It's going to nerf the turrets a little bit. They're still OP regardless, but we'll take it, I guess. Remove the ability to repair the mounted turret. Fix players being clipped to the turret barrels. Everybody, if you've used a turret, you've gotten stuck on it, that's supposedly fixed. Supply drops will open if landing on a turret, and drop rate reduced from 1.7 to 0.91. So basically that's close to a 50% decrease in the amount of turrets spawning. But the way I see it, that's still a lot of turrets spawning, so you'll still see plenty of them all around the map. Okay, some cool added functionality that allows the placement of map markers in the world without needing to go into the full screen map. So without going into the full screen map, hitting M or tab or whatever your map button is, you're gonna be able to place a marker. That's kind of cool. Another important change, which might not make any sense, but added the ability to pick up and throw back dynamite with a lit fuse, meaning when you throw a piece of dynamite and the fuse is lit and it hasn't exploded yet, apparently somebody's going to be able to throw the dynamite back. So when you see a piece of dynamite and somebody throws it at you, you know, you run up to it, and you knowing it's not going to explode anytime soon, right? You're just going to want to run back up and throw it at the opponent, I guess. So you're going to be able to throw back dynamite. Don't know how many people are actually going to do that, because first of all, you can't throw it very far anyways, and second of all, there's a very non-likely chance you're going to hit anybody when you throw it back. Plus, combined with the whole, you know, it might blow me up, then, you know, yeah, that's how that goes. They also increased the dynamite explosion height against players from 192 to 300, meaning players aren't going to be able to jump over dynamite anymore. So basically, the dynamite used to just explode in a flat area. Now it's going to explode a little higher in the air, so that way players that are on the ground with it, if they jump, they'll take damage now. The new pop-up cup event is also part of the update, the Alchemist pop-up cup. Basically, some of the changes: the material cap is still set at 500 across the board. Harvesting rate 40% still there. 50% health on elim still there. The new add to this is Storm Surge. So if a certain amount of players are remaining by the time the storm finishes closing, a Storm Surge will activate, meaning periodically players with the least amount of damage dealt, meaning the least amount of hit points on opponents total, will be receiving some sort of damage from a Storm Surge during the storm closings, I would imagine, of these circles, and these circles are bound by the players remaining. So your highest score or pin during any event session will now be displayed in the poster. We don't really care about that. Pins, blah blah blah. Bug fixes fixed an issue where players of the pop-up cup would receive points during warm-up island, which would later be removed. That was kind of annoying. You would get points before the game started, and then you would lose them. Obviously, you didn't deserve them anyways at the beginning, but if you did happen to earn them, they did stay. But they removed that little bug. The only other ads are Save the World ads and stuff to do with the game modes. So with that being said, the main ads are, obviously the legendary and epic pump shotgun. That's a big deal. And the pump shotgun buff. So shotguns are going to be doing, pump shotguns are going to be doing much more damage now. And shotguns in general are going to be doing a little more damage because of the 3 pellet rule now. So you don't just hit somebody with 1 pellet, you hit them with at least 3. That and the mounted turret adjustment hopefully will make it easier to hit some of these headshots while people are just spamming you with the turret. That being said, I guess get out there and play. Fortnite leaks coming soon. With that being said, just I guess get out there and enjoy yourself. Enjoy some of these new, this is an exciting patch. Everybody's been waiting for it. But as I'm talking right now, they are putting out skins that they're finding in the files, so I'll probably be coming out again with those. That being said, you guys have a good one. Peace.